Okay, well here it is. We have the lag going between Chris and Sean, and Chris has won the lag and is going to break the balls. And this is a race to 7. Loser of this match is third place. The winner of this match goes on to play the undefeated Christina. 1 set race to 10 for the title. I'm George Hammerbacher, back in the booth, voice of the Action Pool Tour. And here we go. Chris Bruner on the break. He breaks a ball in and is leaves Sean a makeable type of a shot, not easy, but his cue ball should come and clip the 6 if it hits the cushion. If he's cutting this cue ball to one ball to the lower left corner pocket. We're here at Champion Billiards here in near Frederick, Maryland, on Buckystown Pike, about 3 miles from downtown Frederick, Maryland. And having a great time this weekend. The Action Tour. Sean gets kicked in the side. The Action Tour featured 41 players coming to do battle this weekend in an open added money free-for-all format. And now we're down to 3. The 3 that everybody liked as a favorite. Chris was kind of complaining that he got slowed down by Christina, and the answer is that he missed some balls, and it wasn't just Christina slowing him down. He slowed himself down. These guys are both real fast players. Nice roll. This looks like a very routine sort of just a little mini punch down table, and should be 1 to 9. Just perfect. Chris Bruner takes a 1-0 lead. Sean Wilkie, Mr. Get Some from Haverty Grace, Maryland, is sponsored on tour by Lucchese Hybrid Cues, Blackheart Tips, Lights Out Apparel. Jake Lawson, owner, CEO of that fine company, was one of our players this weekend. And additionally, we have, he's also sponsored by Rayman's Pro Shop in Midlothian, Virginia, out of the Diamond Billiards. Ray Walters, former tour director of Action Pool Tour. He sponsors Sean on tour. Sean has played about every great player that ever chalked a cue, and plays in world events, and nice young man to be sure. Known him for 20 years or more. Sean cuts the room rent and gets a nice play to the side pocket. This ought to play a lot quicker than the last match played. These two boys both like to just play pool and not grind. Just turn this ball over one time. He should be about straight in with a 9 ball. But he's up against the, and there's just a little obstruction on this table. But the players have learned to deal with it. Sean is straight in on the 9. And he evens the count at a game apiece in a well-played rack. Now Chris is at the table. These guys, this is how they like to play. They like to run racks and don't take any prisoners. That's how these guys play. Christina, on the other hand, is a very deliberate, almost a plotting type player that Chris has lost his toy in the side pocket, and Sean has got a wide open layout. Very attractive opportunity here. Again, I'm George Hammerbacher, voice of the Action Tour, advanced level instructor, Professional Billiard Instructor Association out of Baltimore, Maryland. He didn't like being jacked up. He just hit that ball kind of quick. And that's within his style. But occasionally, shots do require a little care. Sean tried to inside the ball, missed it large, and gives Chris an opportunity to take the lead in this match. That's a pretty good shot there. He might roll to the rail. But he's a little headed away from the 6. That fell beautifully. He should roll over ways for the 7. That's ideal. He clipped the 9 a little bit, got him to be straight in. That's why I took the second look. He's a little out of line. That shouldn't be any problem. Chris Bruner takes a 2-1 lead over Sean Wilkie. Sponsors of the Action Tour include Q Sports International, home of the BCA pool leagues, and home American billiard clubs with American Rotation, and North American distributor Magic Rack. They hold the BCA national tournaments every year. The U.S. Open 8, 9, and 10 balls on bar tables, as well as there's other top flight professional and amateur regional and national events. Ozzie Reynolds, CEO of that company, is former owner and operator and founder of the Action Pool Tour. This very one we're on this afternoon. If any of you are listening and decided that you enjoyed our broadcast, pass this around, like us on Facebook or whatever you do. And if you feel especially generous, the website has a little donate button, and feel free to assist us if you can. We do have expenses, and any bit's appreciated. Also, we're sponsored by Kamui Products, a great Kamui tips and chalk, choice of players worldwide. That's all right. He should be. He's playing like the 7 might pass the 8, or he's going to roll it between the 7 and 8 with his cue ball. Excuse me. Well, still see green hanging in the hole. Sean was on the bank, which is what Chris is going to try to maybe come and hit one of these 2 balls coming back there. He's on the bank himself. Big angle. If he misses the 8, his cue ball goes flying way up table. Way down table, rather. Might be playing safe. A respectable shot. Sean still has the right side of the 7 and might be able to do some business, leaving Chris hooked behind the 8. He told us off camera that he's going to try to leave Sean in this position because there's a little bit of an obstruction here on this particular shot. He tried to hook him behind the 8, but wasn't worth. Didn't get there. That looks pretty representative. You probably follow the ball with a little high left to center, or draw it back. You followed it with the high left, which was my first impression of that shot. Nice out, 2-2. Race to 5 now to see who stays breathing in this event. But fortunately, he got short for Chris. He hooked Sean on this and was very fortunate. And
come on, man.
Some bizarre scratches here. Chris is at the table with ball in hand, and he might try to play this 1-9 and roll the cue ball on top of the 6. That's a shot I like. He made 2 and 1 on that one. Chris Bruner back on top by the score of 3-2. Other sponsors of the Action Tour include Predator Cues and Products. We also have, they make a lot more than high-tech cues and shafts. They make balls, cloth, just about anything you could think of these days in this great sport. We also have diamond pool tables. They make 7, 8, 9, 10-foot tables. Beautiful tables, exotic hardwoods, matching furniture and decor. Many championships have been decided on those particular tables. We also have Simonis cloth and Aramis balls, Viking cues, OzoneBilliards.com. This looks like a surefire safety. Just drag it behind the 3, 8, and 9 there and send the deuce up table. No percentage in trying to do any business with this ball other than to hide it, I would think. But it might come down 2 rails and hit these balls. If he cuts it thin, it comes straight up the middle of the table. Wow, look at that ball come off there like a rocket. Sean's gonna just come off the inside of the 3 and try to drop his man on the rail behind the 8. Got to hit it soft and very thin, or he's going to play the other way. Yeah, well, where it should be and where it is, it's two different things. This looks like a pretty routine situation unfolding here.
Well, where it should be and where it is something I'm pretty familiar with.
Sure.
I know at this level it's not quite as familiar, but they are human, aren't they?
Sure they are. 3 apiece. And
That's how I get away with not being around. Is that could be
three games apiece, and the winner of this match has the opportunity to deal with Miss Christina for the title. Sean has an opportunity here. And he's left an opening for Chris. It looks like he might be able to make his 2-ball. If he does, he's got a real natural looking layout to potentially do some damage here. Yep. He couldn't get past the 5, and Chris is giving up ball in hand to Sean, and it's problematical what Sean will do here. Gonna play the 2-9, it looks like, which is not a hanger, but then on the other hand, with ball in hand, pro shooting the ball, the odds are in his favor. That's good touch.
No, that's what I was gonna ask you. Yeah, because we're about to leave right back. So.
Sean's going to take overland over in the air route over the 5-6 to give the deuce a good strike. He can get up on this ball. Makes it on the cross bank and gives himself a hanger. Real strong shot there. Wilkie takes a 4-3 lead. Beautifully hit break. But nothing fell. Couldn't hit them much better than that. And Chris has an ideal looking layout here. Well, missed the first ball. That's a good shot. Nice. He'd like to have his cue ball right about where it is. Take a wider angle. Play the high right ball and try to come between the 8 and 9.
Oh, no.
Wow.
Come on, really? Wow.
Wow.
Wow. You're 100% supposed to take spin here. Supposed to be up here.
Boing, boing, Sean says, yeah. And these are rocket rails here. But after in weekends, you got, if you don't know how they play yet, you're a little short. That ball just picked up speed coming across there. He's going to probably play the billiard real soft and buy himself a nice six ball shot. Real easy. Oh, he played the cut all the way around. He's Wilkie takes a 5-3 game lead over Chris Bruner. Chris is trying to keep his winning streak alive.
Hi, there's a fine commentator there, sir.
Thank you. And it's a fine establishment. We've been coming up here different tours over the years, and food is great here, and the service and people are just top notch. Oh, thanks for having us this weekend.
Glad you could be here. I've been running around all weekend, but I wanted to make sure they could want to stop by and say hi. Listen to your live stream, watched your last one, so you made my girlfriend mad by watching TV while I'm driving.
Well, at least you didn't wrap up on a pole or something.
I was listening, I had the audio.
Oh, okay. I like Sean playing the safe off the left side of the ball and using these rocket rails for an advantage. These real fast rails come around 3 rails in the middle of the table behind the 5-9. That's what he's trying to do. That worked out pretty good, I think. And one might be frozen on the cushion as well. This might score the 3 ball. Nope. Nice hit, Chris. This is a dangerous. Is it a masse or jump? Oh, he got robbed. And he's scratching that side yet again. He could have never hit that ball too much better than that. That was unfortunate. And plus the 2-4 rolled up wired. So that he got all around the bum's rush on that one. 2-4 is a natural. Just draw straight back a little ways. Oh, that's a little dicey. That worked out for him. He was fortunate he didn't get hooked behind the 5 or 9. This is looking pretty good. Can't have too big angles on this table. Yeah, I know he doesn't like this. In fact, he's gonna have to snatch it around the 8. His second rail path might be at the 8. Oh, what a hit. Well, these rails are real responsive. That's a good shot. Thought he was going to come out flatter than that. Five games to 4. Mr. Wilkie is still in the lead over Chris Bruner. Chris is sponsored by Greg's Not So Pro Shop out of the Hampton Roads, Tidewater area. Greg Sabins, a regular enthusiastic member of the Action Pool Tour for many years. Repairs, does Q work on the side, and he's a player and he takes special care. Oh, he gets kicked in the side again. That's the only pocket he ever scratches in, but he scratches in there real regularly. Chris has a very nice scoring opportunity here with ball in hand, and these balls, like those old New York guys called them, were called Cosmos, where you just connected the dots pretty much. It's got to come down between the 3 and 9, one reel. Ideal. A little sharp of an angle. You draw it over, I think. That looks ideal. He'd like to get to the 6 in the side, maybe. Real soft. So he's coming across, he could hit the 7 and get in a pigsty over there. He's a little out of line. He realizes he's got to gather himself. Chris just likes to flow through racks like that flow through tea bag we used to hear about a long time ago. He might be just touching this ball in. No. He's going to play it down the rail the hard way, and this is a tricky shot. '50-yard line. Got to get the rake, for goodness sake.
I had zero clue where I was going.
Yeah, well,
Like, just make it and hope you have a shot.
yeah, well, you know, you've only hit about 3,000 balls on this table. If you don't know yet, you'll never know. I hate to hear that whining about the table now. That's why they make wineries, you know, from the vineyards of Ernest and Julio Gallo. Except they give you the Thunderbird at $1.99 a gallon. That's going to be all the way around the rail. No, it's slowed up. I don't have any clue. In a lot of ways, I'm glad he's at the table and not me. Oh, now we're going to have that little dance. Can lift lots of distance. I don't think Sean can shoot at this ball myself. I think he's going to bank it back down table towards the 9 and leave the cue ball in the top half of the table. But he wants to fire at this ball so bad, but he knows he can't. What's he gonna kick at the ball? No. No, I don't think you can turn it enough from there, Sean. Hit this inside out and try to turn the ball back against the grain. Very impressive shot when it's pulled off, but from the distance and the circumstances, it's highly unlikely. How'd he hit it?
Do that. Oh my God.
That's just cruel. He hit a Richard the Lion-hearted shot there. He turned it back against the grain, the inside out hit, and he got mock scourged and spat upon. He was on Mount Golgotha, headed towards Calvary, and he was scourged by the Philistines of Poole there. Thin ball. He might scratch. He's got to go off this side of the ball. Leave the cue ball right on the top trademark. Didn't hit it. That was where it was headed, right at the top trademark. Chris Bruner, for all intents and purposes, has a free bank at this ball. he'd rather go down playing a shot than a safety. Short.
Oh my God.
I said short that fast because I saw it coming off the rail with my vantage point and didn't even give you all a chance to sweat that 9 ball like maybe I should have. Sean flips it in, and Sean Wilkie goes on the hill in a very, very just bizarre game there. It's 6-4. Chris needs to break and run out. Dodge a bullet from Sean. Break and run out, and then dodge a bullet from Sean. And that sounds like there are a lot of variables there for my tastes. Well broken these balls. He's got a good opportunity here. Uh-oh. Hooked by the 3 ball. Ian's gonna just kick it down there like that. He's gonna just sell out for sure. Nah, maybe not. Will Sean try to draw him behind the 5 or play the outside skinny hit? That's pretty. He might have left him a shot. Matter of fact, with the jump. Oh, wow. Hit that ball good. But when their balls are hopping, you don't necessarily get the roll in the pocket. That's the difficulty of the jump, more so than the accuracy of it. That's respectable. He didn't cut off the bottom rail. Going to have to call that French guy, Mr. Massey, for a little twist, do a little twister here. Nice hit. He's happy with that. That was a real briskly hit shot there. That's a that was the money shot right there. That's a This looks like he's going to play to the side pocket. Scratched again in that side pocket. Well, he could have played any number of different shots. That was a real player's choice special there. And instead of winning the match, he's in the seat. With Chris, giving Chris another chance. Chris stays alive. 6 games to 5. Beautifully hit break shot. Sean has a very attractive layout here. Has a very accessible one ball with a pretty natural looking position coming off the cushion of the same pocket. These balls look like this is the money ball right here. Just get on the 2 and shoot stop 4, 5, 7 in the side. It's all routine. Jarred the ball. Oh, hit that like 1,000 miles an hour. Chris gets another opportunity. You can't give this guy too many. He's on a 2 tournament win streak, and here, and you give him these opportunities, eventually it'll burn you. He's getting line of sight on his 4. He just wants to get maybe an angle headed towards the rail, if anything, the side rail. Doesn't want to be on the inside of it, I don't think. That's about what he's got, just straight in. He's just got to make the ball. Now just stay down, pocket this ball, and come to the middle of the table. He's going to be coming off on a sharp angle. Should be okay. That's ideal. Well, here we go, folks. We got action here on the Action Tour. It's 6 games to 6. And one of these gentlemen is going to go home in 3rd place, and the other is going to play young Christina over there for the title. And in a 1-set race to 10. So the beauty of all this is that we're getting a chance to see some amazing pool. Christina plays a completely different style from either of these 2 young men, and she's more a deliberate grinder sort. 6 games to 6. The boys pumped, hand pumped, and here we go, fist pumps, and this is it. The Coopy DeGrassi, the one in the side goes, another ball, and here's the 2 on the bottom cushion with nothing other than a safety play, but very touchy one. Sean might have to go airborne here. Oh, he fired it completely around those balls. That 4-5 is, here's the 2-3-9 and the goose strikes wine. The monkey's going to chew tobacco on the streetcar line. This looks like a point blank combination for the title, for the win. Chris Bruner takes it down. Sean Wilkie finishes in third place in this event. And now we're down to two players. Chris Bruner, who lost the hot seat match about an hour earlier to Christina, is going to get his opportunity at revenge in a one-set race to 10 for the title. We'll be back with you in a couple minutes on the Action Pool Tour, and hope y'all are enjoying it.